So yesterday was a very good discussion. What we agreed on was to move in the direction of doing everything that we can as a union to get energy prices down. So we tasked the Commission and our energy ministers to keep working, looking for solutions of how we could work on joint purchasing. Very important also as a collective union to get the price of gas coming in to the system down. That will mean lower prices for industry and consumers. And also looking at how we could reasonably and realistically bring in European-wide price caps on gas to get the price of electricity down. So yesterday's discussion was very fruitful. We agreed unanimously to move in this direction. Today we have a big task in front of us. We're going to be discussing especially the situation in Ukraine and Russia's aggression. Russia's war is becoming ever more brutal, now blatantly aimed not at the Ukrainian military, but at Ukrainian citizens and their civil infrastructure, energy infrastructure, everything else that they're continually bombing and trying to destroy. We must remain united in Europe to support Ukraine, not only to condemn Russia, but to start working towards a tribunal to figure out how to properly hold Russia also legally accountable for the atrocities that they are committing in Ukraine today. And of course, on top of that and parallel to that, continue to supply Ukraine with all the weapons it needs, especially with the defensive weapons, with the air defense systems that they need very much right now, to continue to supply them with ammunition, to continue to supply them with finances so they can keep their government moving as well. So yesterday we proved that once again in times of crisis we can come together as 27 leaders and agree on a common approach forward, and it's very important that we continue that today in our discussion on Ukraine, supporting Ukraine in all ways against Russia's completely despicable aggression. Sorry? Another, I don't. Oh, an additional summit. No, it's not clear that we need an additional summit regarding the energy issues. It's really up to the energy ministers. I'm actually quite convinced that they could resolve everything. But if needed, we also decided that if needed, we could look at the issues yet again.
Mr. Prime Minister, Iran support Russia and attack Iraq, and Iran. What will be the next step to sanction against Iran?
The primary importance for us right now is to remain united around supporting Ukraine. How and in which ways we effectively could broaden our sanction policy to Belarus, to Iran, is also an important issue. But the primarily discussion today is to remain rock steady, solid behind Ukraine and to support Ukraine in all ways. Ukraine is the nation under attack. Ukraine is the nation that needs our assistance. And those nations that are assisting Russia in this brutal invasion, that is also a very important issue to look at. But the primary focus is on Ukraine. And of course the primary sanctions are against Russia, and we need to increase the sanctions on Belarus, where Belarus is becoming more and more complicit in aiding Russia in this aggressive war.
How do you see Germany's role in the negotiations happening yesterday on energy? Do you think they made enough efforts?
Yesterday, everyone made a big effort, and the important takeaway is that in the end we were all united, and we are all united in our approach, all European countries.
How do you see Chancellor Scholz visit China?
My view on China is that in Europe we need a united approach to China. China is becoming ever more an important issue for us Europeans. We will be also having a discussion on China today. What's important for us is that we speak with China and we make sure that China how should we say, on the right side of history regarding Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine. So China is best dealt with when we are 27, not when we are one against one-on-one vis-a-vis China. Thank you.